Alright, welcome back, guys. Time to do some more exploring. Oh, I think we have to find the distortion, maybe? I think I saw distortion this way. Wait. Possibly that way. I think this way. Right now we're trying to focus on main quest because apparently after you complete the main quest, the game really starts to get going. Oh, yeah, I see the temple in the distance there. Yeah, I can actually see it now. It's right there. Yeah, well, I do see something over there, sir. I'm so glad we figured out fast mining. It's so much better than doing the method I was doing yesterday, which took forever. All right, definitely one of the alien temples is here, which means we might get a new power, which is like, whoa. I'm curious what the powers will end up all being in this one. Graphics are beautiful. Yeah, I can't believe this is the same engine as, well, it's not the same engine, it's 11 years later, but an updated version of the Skyrim engine. Creation Engine 2 or something. I love these doors. Grab that. And that one. The incorporation of music in this part is so cool. That one. Yeah. Iron Sir did a great job. 500 credits have been sent home to my parents. Damn it. Grab that. God, you have to be be so fast in this part. That one. Got it. What did I get? Personal atmosphere. Oxygen pure and clean, brought forth to breathe and counteract harmful carbon dioxide. So if I run out of oxygen, that power will give me more. Okay then. These are like the walls of power from Skyrim. Oh no. Looks like the sun's starting to go down, unfortunately. It's getting dark out here. Ooh, resources. Is there morning? Yes, there's day and night cycles in every planet. Uranium? Do some lead. Hello, it's fine. God knows I need to do a lot of crafting. I need as much resources as I can possibly find. Why does that tower look so different right there?
No organics near here at all.
Looks a little... What is that tower? I'm curious. Let's go find. You can fly around space if you want to, but there's no there's no like in No Man's Sky there's a... You know how in No Man's Sky you could like use the booster to like short jump? That's fast travel in this game. No like hyperdrive. I'm not a hoarder, I need all this loot. So there might be a mining outpost, maybe? No, that's an alien structure. They all are. Or something lines. And then chlorine. What the hell hell is that? Rock pile. Cobalt, nickel, uranium. That's how you get the resource that's in those caves. Unknown feature, zero scale.
The scanner is Constellation's best friend.
Gravitational anomaly. It's like the same thing over here. Let's grab that. My pack doesn't have a jump drive on it, does it? This one does, though. And I think I want to use the anti-gravity bubble. This game is not on PS5 yet, but I have a feeling after about probably a year they'll put it on. They'll probably put it on PlayStation just to get those extra sales. Let's see. Oops. I'm just hanging out there. Rock pile. Bunch of resources in it. Looks like some cellulite right there as well. Alright, let's go back to our ship. You're carrying too much. Oh, Sam.
So how much of a thrill has it been traveling with the one and only last descendant of the great Solomon Coe? Is it everything you imagined?
I honestly don't know. I still don't know who you are, but I'm cool, I guess. The last Coe. What about Cora and your father?
Ain't you ever heard of sarcasm, friend? Okay, so how's it traveling with one of the great Coes? How better?
Some say like you can get for free. I figured as much. I think you're doing your family proud.
Well, that's a first. I gotta say, it's a relief being with you. So many people hear Coe and they expect me to pull some miracle out of a hat. Time has a way of just building on itself. Solomon was a good man. Great one, even. But if he ever heard all the bullshit being talked about him these days, he'd flat out deck him.
Why do they revere Solomon so much?
There's books about him, lots of them. All right, a couple of high notes. He was one of the first grav jump explorers, back when they had no idea of the dangers. First solo jump out of Sol system, all him. He explored all the planets in Cheyenne and settled Aquila. Plus he formed the whole Freestar Collective with Voley. So, as you can see, the names got some serious heft.
Well then, I want my miracles.
It appears I left them in my other jacket. Sorry.
Damn it.
But really, for some people, it ain't a joke. They have serious expectations. Yeah, there was a time, well before Cora, where it really weighed on me. I felt like every little thing I did or didn't do was a reflection on our great legacy. It's enough to drive you crazy. Now I just hope I can help Cora to... I don't know.
Every parent wants their child to learn from their mistakes.
Well then, Cora's gonna get a 5-star university education from me. For my father, Cora, and me, everything starts and ends with Solomon Co. He looked out at the stars and he dreamed a way to get there. Imagine being the first person to jump into a new system, set foot on a new world. Oh, I get it. That's powerful stuff. And now... I'm just getting savvy. You're a bad influence, you know that?
Oh, I have my wiles, Mr. Co.
I believe that might be the most honest thing you've ever said. Well, I hope the comic book they make about our adventures is better than that rag on Solomon. The stuff they publish is just downright embarrassing. You got time for a quick chat? I'd appreciate it when you're able.
We literally just chatted. Give me a second. I know we just finished chatting, but can we chat again? I would like to chat some more. I like third person game. It's fine. If you want third person, they got it in the game. Oh, we still gotta get to Neon for what's his face's bust. He said it. He said Starfield. Uranium. How would you describe this game? It's a slow-paced game at first. I don't know if it gets more like crazy over time, but the pacing at the beginning is very slow as they're building up the characters in the world. So expect that when you play. Corrosive gas bed. Uh-oh. Oh, I have way too much stuff in inventory. That's right, I want to talk to you about that. Sam.
Where to begin? That temple? The hell was that? I've been from one end of the shuttle system to the other more times than I could count. But I've never, and I mean never, encountered something like that. Like, who built it? Why? So many questions.
Do you think the temple is proof of sentient alien life?
Maybe. For centuries we've been looking for something definitive that says we're not alone out here. I just can't see the UC, Freestar Collective, or House Varun building that thing. The temple. Or maybe it's just some crazy gazillionaire's party temple. The ultra-rich do some seriously crazy things. Somehow I doubt it.
I'm still stunned at what we discovered.
That's a good word for it. And what you can do? I am not a scientist, not in the least. but that ability, power, it's just plain scientifically impossible.
Possible or not, I can do it.
And there you have it. Well, forget about me. How are you? I mean, whatever happened, it could have deep physiological effects. I hope not mental. And even if everything's perfect, still, I can't imagine what's going through your head.
I have this powerful craving now for human brains. Brains! Kidding.
You. Same old you. The other Constellation members are going to lose their minds once they hear about this. Assuming they even believe us.
Oh, can you please,
I'm up for a little adventure. If you're looking for something in particular, I might have a spare.
I need to give to you all these random items. Actually, all of this stuff. I have so much resources. Thank you.
Yep, I was done too.
Well, might as well gather the remaining resources that are here. Since we're here. Like uranium. Tungsten. Switch over to Twitch. Oh, awesome. How good is this game? I love it, personally. If you like Bethesda games, I think you'll love this one. It's Bethesda, but in space. And also, this is their least buggy and least crashy game to date. There's still bugs, but there's nowhere near as many as, like, Skyrim or Morrowind or Oblivion had at launch. Bunch of cosmetic ones. The early access is out now, but if you buy the regular edition, it comes out on the 6th. It's weird that a game came out like 6 days early with early access. Normally it's only like a few days. This was like a beefy early access. I'm curious what that thing is over there. Oh, I think I have a few burns and stuff. Oops. Well, technically it comes out on the 5th, but that the 5th is the 6th at a different time zone. It just unlocks globally on Steam. Another gravitation anomaly looks like. What's one that's exactly run out of mine stuff and that's it? Oh god, no. This is just a very small part of the game. I'm just on a random planet. Just exploring a little bit. We're following the main quest, which has been long. Unlike like No Man's Sky, this has a long, fully voiced main quest and hundreds of side quests that aren't randomly generated. They're like handcrafted quests. It looks like a mining site. That's because we're mining at this exact moment in time. And that's what we're doing is it's an empty planet with just a bunch of stuff to mine. Let's grab that stuff. See, I'm choosing to mine right now, but I could go run and do anything else I want to do. All right, well, I don't see any other anomalies yet, so let's go back to the ship. All right, we're going to do our next main quest, which involves going to a city called Neon. The fighting thing, yes, has been so much fighting. An overwhelming amount of fighting in this game. What is that? There's something to loot there. Let me move more stuff over to engines. Our ship is so fat. It's hard for it to move without giving it lots of power. Oh, a shipping crate with iridium. Why is there a shipping crate out here by itself, though? A little weird. Something die? More iridium. All right, let's head to Neon. Oh God, it's really far. So let's go to Alpha Centauri first. Jump over there. Oh, got a power grab drive.
Prepare to be scanned for contraband.
I don't have any contraband, I'm pretty sure. But actually, I better pray it. Okay. Yeah.
Go ahead and land.
While I'm here, though, we should probably land and sell stuff. Land on... Residential, New Atlantis.
Need some work done?
You have 5,000 credits? Good. I need to sell a bunch of stuff. I think we picked up a ton of weapons. Arc welder. Oh, that's a heavy weapon. Ooh, a heavy, yeah, I'll just sell that. Boosted Rattler. Actually, that does really good damage. I should probably be using that. 28 is great. Ashta Tamer is a heavy weapon. I'll see what that does. Frenzy Solstice. That one wasn't that great, honestly. Lawgiver Rifle. Actually, that has some oomph to it. Modified Razorback. Wait, that's a pistol? Tombstone Rifle was okay. Lawgiver's okay. That one, not great. That one also just is okay at best. Coachman's pretty decent. That rifle is really nice. Get rid of that one too. You got way too many guns. Okay, I need to buy more med packs if you have them. Okay, you don't sell anything. Never mind. Let me go to the medical vendor.
You will be scanned as you enter the city.
Actually, I think I can just fast travel there. It's in the Mass District. Are there creatures to fight? Yes. Lots of creatures, lots of people. We've only seen a very small number of planets, too. So there'll probably be lots of weird shit as we get deeper into it. Judging by Fallout 76, that game had a ton of enemy variety. I'm sure this will be pretty similar. Medical, that's where I need to go. Because we need those med kits.
Every time I get near Mast, I think they're gonna arrest me. There's a co there. Get him, boys.
You're weird. What a weird thing to say.
Something to report?
Yeah, I need to go grab some med kits because I go through them like candy. Hello.
Welcome to Reliant Medical. If you're injured or sick, we can almost... Welcome to
I just need some supplies, Doc.
Oh, you've certainly come to the right place.
Give me some med packs. Those are pretty expensive. Also,
May you remain in good health. Welcome to Reliant. If you're in need...
I need help, Doc.
So, what brings you in today? My goodness, you're in quite a state.
Yeah.
You definitely need some assistance.
I have like some severe burns, please. Take care of it all.
Let's get these wounds closed up and get you on the road to recovery. I can't say you won't feel anything, but you'll be better off in the long run. Good as new.
Thank
Take
you.
care of yourself.
You too, Doc. Well, we're like 300 years in the future, so they probably have some crazy tech. Crazy new tech. We're also across the galaxy and stuff. Let's go back to my ship. And we'll head over to
Ready to take
Neon.
off, Captain.
Let me free up my inventory real fast first. For takeoff.
Here, this is for you.
What? Wow, thank you very much.
Well, I see your parents didn't skimp on your P's and Q's. I spotted it on our last planetary foray. All part of the service.
You didn't have to do that for me.
Hey, I'm gonna pick things up one way or the other. I'll keep my eyes peeled. Who knows? Check in with me now and again and I might find more.
Uranium.
I hope Cole doesn't
Thanks.
get too much on. Happy to even out the load.
Here, have some raw uranium. Okay, then. Thanks.
Yep.
Let's put all the resources in here. Store all resources. Our ship can hold another 500 pounds of stuff. That's just that guy's voice. He sounds like Jensen because that's just his voice. Or the directors were like, do the Jensen voice. Do the Jensen voice.
Stable orbit achieved. We could stay here forever. Well, for a while anyway.
All right. Oh, wait. We got to talk to Vladimir, don't we? Talk to Vladimir to locate temples. Because we need to talk to him to like learn about where the other temples are. We gotta land on the eye. There it is. Powering up engines. Docking. So each one of these temples gives us a new magic power. So I want to get all of them if I can to see what each power does. Hello there.
Oh, sorry. Was just doing some math in my head. Trade the gaps with you?
I was hoping you could point me to another artifact temple.
The eye's showing signs over another one of those big anomalies. Here, catch a smile.
Thanks.
Spend so much time looking at the scans, I can see star systems orbiting in my head.
Your artifact search must be a full-time job.
That's why I missed your little welcome party. Got caught up plotting all the data the eye can give us. Wouldn't mind the helper's hand, though. Could speed the process along. Up-to-date planetary scans would help filter all the data I have to sift through.
I have those.
Maybe help to find the anomalous bits. And Constellation can slide a credit or two your way. All part of the mission of charting the stars, right?
Yeah, Server Dad, I can get those for you.
Then we're hand in hand in agreement. Now, get out there and burn some helium.
Thank you to Admiral for the 10-month resub on Twitch that says DanCac2. Thank you very much. I have some server data for you.
Let's deal.
Oh, this is mine. Right? Yes. So, if you fully scan a planet, you get 1,100 credits for the empty planets. It's pretty good.
Jaw the words another time, then.
So I'll be coming back to this guy a lot. Med pack. There's a free med pack that respawns there. I will have to come back and grab that every time as well. Anything in the locker? Pack of smokes, that's worth a bit. Super cooled magnet, sure. Let's get out of here. Yes, just like in other games, you can drag objects around. Even bodies. Well, right now I tried out the building outpost mechanic, and it seemed like it's good for getting resources, but right now I just need a lot of resources to get a base started. So I gotta do a lot more collecting first.
Will carry the memory of your visit.
Let's go to... Let's set a course to Neon.
It's forever.
Jumping.
Well,
This is restart
into
stage.
a planet.
Please hold
so
your
we
current
must
speed and heading while we
place.
scan you for contraband.
I thought this was Neon,
Alright,
though.
you're good. Welcome to Neon.
Shouldn't I be able to just take anything I want into Neon? Alright, let's go land on Neon. This is apparently a pleasure city. I was watching the old stream, just noticed you're live. Well, welcome back.
Everything checks out. Landing initiated.
Looks like they're on like an ocean planet or something. Or it's just at least very rainy. Where is our friend? Let's do a quick pass on our weapons. Just make sure everything's equipped properly. This Rattler seems pretty good. Alright, the Rattler does really good damage. 28 damage. We'll put that on number 1. This heavy weapon, damn. 127 damage. That'll go on 6. Equinox looks really very low damage. .60 mag. Lawgiver is 6. Put that on 5. Coachman will be 2. Razorback pistol. That'll be 3, I guess. And then this one will be 4, just in case we need a laser pistol. Just a matter of ammo and what difficulty you're playing on.
Brief history of time. If you find any at all, I will be your friend.
Because on very hard, everything's a bullet sponge. You need tons of clips of ammo. Hello.
Smell that? Construction, incense, industrial chemicals of every kind. But they still can't get rid of the odor of chasm bass.
Chasm bass?
A native species of fish. I often wonder what would have happened if they'd never found out about the psychotropic effects. I mean, on paper, a rich protein source is far more practical value than a recreational drug. But theory loses out once again to practice.
People are getting high off of fish?
Something to do with chasm bass's natural oils, apparently. If you're curious, the name is Aurora.
Let's get going.
We need to stop by the Stroud-Ekman offices. There are certain authorization procedures when large funds are being transferred, even for something like this.
There's nothing in those settled systems quite like Neon. Crazy, terrible, but never dull Neon.
Well, okay then. I'm just curious how someone figured out that a fish could get you high. But did someone lick a fish? Did they make love to a fish? I don't know. There's just so many questions about how that came about. Drum beat. Yeah, I'll sell that. These kit deals more damage. Long barrel reflects light white shot rounds. Ooh, I like that. Each consecutive hit deals more damage. That seems great. Pack of smokes. I'll sell that.
Anything I can help you with?
Not right now. I need skills. I do have a skill point. Pistols do more damage. Ballistics. Increase your maximum health. Fitness. I do like fitness. Shotgun certification. Particle beam. Dueling. Melee weapons do more damage, take less damage while wielding a melee weapon. Melee kills heal 10% of your health. That's cool. Scan distance increased to 20 meters. I need to start locking some science stuff. Having med kits heal for more and faster seems good. I'll grab that one. Yep, Marusu, you're just perk point starved in this game. You need all the perk points. Not enough, takes a long time to get them. You gotta pick and choose which ones you want to get first.
Settled systems quite like Neon. Crazy, terrible, but never dull Neon.
Hello.
You're carrying the second you step through.
All right, get up slowly and turn around. Try to run, and we open fire.
What is going on?
So, what was the plan, Nesha? Smuggle the Aurora into Aquila City or New Atlantis?
No, I just forgot I was carrying it, is all.
Ha!
Honest mistake, right?
Likely excuse. Let me try turning everything down except voices just a little.
Can't we just settle this right here? I can pay the usual.
We don't make the rules. That's Administrator Bayo's job. Now, shut up and start walking.
Move it!
Yeah, criminal. Take your illegal fish in there.
No Aurora outside city limits. Got it. New around here? Make certain that you familiarize yourself with our rules and regulations regarding the transport of Aurora. After all, you don't want to end up like Nishar, do you?
What's Aurora exactly?
Aurora is a hallucinogenic which is legally available for purchase in Neon.
I assume you can give me a quick rundown?
Certainly. And for your own good, I urge you to listen carefully. First and foremost,
I'm listening.
The interplanetary transport of Aurora is strictly forbidden.
Cool.
Anyone caught transporting the substance through this checkpoint will be arrested, fined, and jailed if necessary.
Yeah. Oh, what? I can legally carry it around the city?
You are free to carry and use Aurora anywhere within the city limits, yes.
But I use it for medicinal purposes.
On my list of excuses for attempting to transport Aurora, that ranks a close third to I forgot that I had any on me, and I am holding it for a friend. The other regulation you should be aware of is that Aurora is only available for purchase in the Astral Lounge. Buying it from any other business or a street dealer is illegal. You will be arrested, fined, and jailed for participating in such a transaction.
This is so weird. Like, you have this drug made out of fish, and you can only get it from certain vendors. You get it from anyone else. It's illegal. You can't take it out of the city. It's very weird. Where's the Astral Lounge?
You can find it inside the trade tower. Take the elevators up to the terminal building and head across Bayou Plaza. You can't miss it.
Hell of a way to welcome guests to your city.
I am informing you of this information as a courtesy. In my opinion, you should be a bit more appreciative. All right then, that's it. If you have any additional questions, let me know. Otherwise, keep your nose clean and move along.
How do I take Aurora? Do I like kiss the fish, or how does a chem like Aurora become legal to buy and use in Neon?
Aurora is the #1 product produced by Xenofresh Fisheries, the company that originally founded what is now called Neon. Clinical studies sponsored by Xenofresh have proven that using Aurora has no long-term negative health effects, and so it was approved for public use. And before you ask, yes, this was also approved by the Freestar Collective, as long as Aurora stays within the city limits.
So you're telling me that the people that said it's safe are the ones profiting from people buying it? That sounds perfectly good. So you eased my curiosity. Why was I scanned by Freestar ships when in orbit?
Volii Alpha has a unique agreement with the Freestar Collective. We allow their ships to patrol the spaceways, and Neon Security maintains the peace within Neon itself. The only exception is the Freestar Ranger outpost located in the city, but Ranger Price fully cooperates with our department.
Exactly, chat. Aurora is perfectly safe and has no long-term health effects. #ad. How do you end up getting stuck with this lousy guard posting?
Lousy? The hell are you talking about? Outside of work in the Astro Lounge, this is one of the most secure jobs you can get. Do you have any idea how many people get turned away from Neon Security? How about half the damn platform? No, I'm one of the lucky ones. Spend some time in Epside and you'll see what I mean.
What's Epside?
Worst part of Neon. Basically, it's the outer perimeter of the entire platform. We're talking poverty, drug dealers, lowlives, and gangs. It's not worth a visit. If you want to enjoy your visit, stick to the safer parts of town.
Well,
either say something or move along.
So there's a nice part of the city that's all touristy, and then there's the low rundown part. Ooh, this reminds me of Cyberpunk. This is so Cyberpunk. I love it. Oh man. Welcome to Night City.
Neon. Some people love it. I spent too much time trying to stop bad guys here. Whole place just gives me a headache.
I'm gonna sit down here on this bench and get my photo taken. Oh, I can't move this one. Damn.
The Settled Systems News Network. News you can trust.
Uh-oh. I can't move that my mouse anymore. What happened?
Are you working toward that next technological leap?
Something just happened with the... I can't tell if it's my mouse or the game just froze. Super Dan.
Why bother? If they want to tear themselves to shreds, let them.
Alright, let me try closing the game reload it. See if it's... The mouse is working fine. Can't be the mouse. I don't know how, but like the mouse is like... My character is very, very handsome. Very handsome. He reminds me of someone, and they look nice. Hello, random lady cleaning in the back alley. It's a weird photo. I did not take that one.
Why bother? If they want to tear themselves to shreds, let them. As long as all that is out.
Let's try loading a previous save. Wow, that is... something very weird is going on there. It had to do with, like, getting off that bench.
Ads for Ryujin? You think about chicken?
Neon. Some people love it. I spend too much time trying to stop bad guys here. Whole place just gives me a headache.
Oh my, this is so cool.
Security's got its eyes on Saburo Okadipo. That guy's trouble in the status quo, if you know what I mean.
Where's a good place for a photo? Probably over here is good. Alright, so let's do camera. I look so awesome right now. Not a ton of poses. I hope they mod in some more. Or there's some place to get more. Generic sample bottle. Oh, genetic sample bottle. How many med kits do I have? Let's see. 10. I definitely need more. Go buy some more.
Neon's dangerous, but man, can it be a lot of fun.
You aren't looking well at
all.
Hi.
Perhaps
you better sit down. I'll fix you up.
What do you
Is
mean?
that obvious?
I feel fine.
Yeah. Haven't zoned in like
Hey,
a
Doc.
week.
Oh my goodness. Another poor soul. All right. Tell me what happened to you. Is it an Aurora overdose? Something else, perhaps?
Doc. He
Yeah,
isn't gonna, you know,
I lost
rat
all
me
my
out
hair.
to
Do you got anything
anyone,
for that?
You kidding?
Aurora overdose is a common problem here.
Unfortunately, yes. That's what they want. You see, the more Aurora that a user absorbs, the more resistance their body builds up to its active ingredients. That means the user needs larger and larger doses in order to feel its full effect. Eventually, the doses get so incredibly large, the user's nervous system simply can't handle the overload.
I don't use Aurora.
That's a very wise choice. Since you're clearly a first-time visitor to Reliant Neon, I'd love to offer you a free checkup, but I'm afraid I'm dangerously low on supplies.
Damn, I wanted to buy some for myself.
Oh, I have supplies to sell. I just can't afford to give any of them away for free.
What?
You see, I'm a bit at odds with the current administrator of Neon. His drug is turning the streets into a graveyard, and he doesn't seem to care. We've argued about it on more than one occasion, and all he's done is try to persuade me to quit. Thinning out my supply chain is his newest tactic.
Have you tried taking this to a higher authority?
I've spoken to the people at Reliant Medical Corporate, I've talked to the Freestar Rangers, I've even gone to the Freestar Collective Council. Every answer is always the same. We're working on it. It's corruption at the highest levels. Ugh. So aggravating.
Bayo obviously has a stranglehold on this entire city.
Then you understand what I'm up against. At this point, I've resorted to asking anyone that has a ship registered outside of the Volai system to bring me medical supplies. I pay them for the supplies, of course, but it's the only way I can sneak them past Bayou's people at the spaceport. Now, if there's anything else I can do for you, anything at all, you just let me know.
I can help you with your medical supply problem.
That would be amazingly helpful. It's a relief to meet someone who gives a damn about anyone other than themselves for a change. Oh, and I'll pay you directly for the supplies, of course. It's the only way I can sneak them past Bayou's people at the spaceport.
Hope you won't get in trouble for this.
Don't worry about me. You just watch yourself. Administrator Bayou doesn't like people that rock the boat, if you catch my meaning. Anyway, I have a contact over at the clinic in the Narian system. Abby Edding. She's one of the nurses there. She'll get you started. Thank you so much for doing this. You have no idea how helpful it'll be for the poor folk that live in Ebside.
Relief run. How exactly does Aurora work?
Aurora stimulates the neural circuits in the brain, specifically targeting the neurotransmitter serotonin in the prefrontal cortex. This causes significant sensory hallucinations, both auditory and visual. That's the enticement factor. As you can imagine, this state is highly addictive, and the user gets stuck in a vicious cycle. They need more Aurora to satisfy their cravings.
Is it possible to break an Aurora habit?
Well, it's completely dependent upon how long the user's been addicted. People have been using for, say, 2 years or less. I've been able to put through a full detoxification program successfully. But there are others who have been addicted pretty much all their adult lives. And I have yet to try and cure someone who hasn't relapsed.
How do you know Abby Edding?
We both apprenticed under Mary Cartwright at the medical facility in Aquila City. Spent a heck of a lot of hours working together. Abby and I got along exceptionally well. Don't get me wrong, we're just friends, of course. She's young enough to be my daughter. I almost felt bad leaving her behind when I was hired to work for Reliant and Neon, but I knew she'd do well wherever she ended up. Reached out to her a few months ago when I ran into trouble here, and she's been helping me ever since.
Do you have any medical supplies for sale?
I have a few items left, I think.
I need med packs. If you got med packs, I need them. 12 of them. Thank you. I will sell. Thank you.
If you need help, remember Roulette.
I'll try to remember you, sir. How many credits do I have? 53,000 still. Oh, so we're doing okay still. Notebook, supply shelf, trauma pack, pharmaceutical lab, antibiotic, treats infections.
Well, I'm glad you're making it instead of me. The only A I'd get is for effort.
Probably good to have a couple of all these things just to heal stuff. Used to support injured limbs, used to treat afflictions. Injector. Concussion, lung damage, poisoning, radiation poisoning. Immobilizer. Makes some good stuff here. Amp, it increases movement speed and has 2 times jump height for 2 minutes. Although that sounds kind of habitual forming. I gotta move all weekend and want to play. I plan on diving in this game. Do you like it? Oh yeah, it's really fun. I enjoy it a lot. Make yourself comfortable there, Sam. Seats chart and outfits. I would like to do that quest. Let's go around the circle here. The Vol Hotel.
They do say the hardest part is showing up.
Hello.
And I've done that. Oh, jeez. I don't know if I can do this. Maybe I should just go back to my room.
The main quest alone is about 30 to 40 hours if you don't do any optional stuff. You can just go through mission to mission. Sounds like you're having trouble with something.
You might say I'm having trouble enjoying the local customs. And what's the point of coming here if I'm gonna stay cooped up in my hotel? Believe it or not, I'm actually here for my bachelor party. My fiance wants me to be more adventurous, so I thought, what better place than Neon? But I thought the adventure would just happen by default. I didn't think I'd have to manufacture it on my own.
What did you say to your fiance? What did your fiance say to you exactly?
Oh, it's just the offhand comment here and there. How I never take risks or don't like adventure. She hasn't said I'm boring, and I don't think I am. But looking at my past, I can't exactly prove that. This is my way of finding out.
Are you staying at the Volley Hotel? How do you like it?
I like that it's not a crate, and I haven't felt anything crawling on me when I sleep. So I feel like they do a good job keeping it clean.
If you're in Neon for your bachelor party, where are your friends?
I've been asking my therapist the same question for years. But he hasn't given me an answer I like yet.
Oh, no. Anything specific you want to try? Assume you chose Neon for a reason?
True. The city is known for Aurora, so I figured I should try that. But I talked with Dr. Manning about how it works, and now I'm skeptical. No, wait, not skeptical? Terrified.
Maybe you should try something safer, like joining a gang. You aren't cut out for this. Head back to your hotel room and read a book.
Oh, now that is my idea of a good time. And I'm wondering if my fiance would agree. No, this is exactly what my fiance was talking about. I hesitate too much. But I also don't want to dive right in. I think I want to start with something less damaging to my central nervous system. Supposedly, Madame Sauvage sells a drink called Velocity that's almost like a drug. There's also some local swill people swear by called Blend over at Legrand's Liquors. What do you think?
Why not both?
Good idea.
Velocity.
That's what I need to do. Go full speed ahead. I'll try Velocity first. But not right away. I need to prepare myself for the ritual. But hey, next time you come back to Neon, do me a favor and check in on me. Make sure I'm not dead.
Oh no. Did I just doom this guy?
I'll be seeing you.
This poor guy, he just...
Welcome to
he's just trying to be, he's just a nice, chill, relaxing guy, but his fiance thinks he's boring.
Welcome to the Hotel Volai. Are you here to rent a room?
I think you'll be pleasantly surprised that our luxury accommodations are more than reasonably priced.
It's Neon, there's always a catch.
Nope, no catch. My hotel is completely free from administrative influence, so you can rest assured that you'll be actually getting the best value for your credits.
What do you mean administrative influence?
Well, almost every business in Neon is subject to ridiculous fees and taxes. They claim that it's because Neon occupies such a prime location, having close proximity to Ryujin and all of the other megacorporations. But I think you and I both know that's not true at all.
That must have taken a miracle to arrange.
No miracle, just some good old-fashioned ingenuity. But that's a story for another time.
So, can I book you a room for the night?
Do you get a lot of tenants?
To tell you the truth, not really. And that's one of the consequences with the arrangement between Administrator Bayu and myself. He won't hassle me, but there's nothing I can do about my guests being hassled. The last tenant I had was arrested for spitting on the street.
Ew.
As you can imagine, business is not exactly booming. Luckily, I have more than enough capital to cover my expenses, but it still sucks.
Well, that's just kind of gross. People just go. Want to let me in a little secret about how you beat the system?
Maybe after you've rented a room for a few nights, I might let you in on my secret. For now, it'll just have to remain a mystery. Sorry. I just need some time to see if I can trust you. I'm sure you understand.
You mean you want my money? I need a room.
I have one all set and ready to go. How long are you planning on staying?
How much is it? 300 a day? Oh god. I'll stay 1 week.
I love to hear it. Let me know if you need anything.
Visit your rented room.
Welcome, off-worlder, to the hotel.
This better be
There's
a
no way
nice
in hell I'm
room.
letting Cora land here.
Okay, it's not the 3rd floor, maybe 2nd floor. This better be one hell of a room. You know, for a hotel, it is not bad. I am a bit disappointed they didn't add see-through windows yet in this game. That's work for modders, though. Alien liqueur. Chef Dan's just cooking up a storm here. I'm making my aunt's favorite drink, which is just straight liquor. 10 carrying capacity for 5 minutes. Nutrient and alkynes. You know, it could be worse. It's not bad out here. The room came with a permanent bonus. Laser weapons permanently do 5% more critical damage. It was worth it. Permanent stat bonus. Okay, I feel better. Permanent stats are great. Alright, let's go back to the lobby. Ma'am, will you tell me the secret now?
It's nice to see you today. Maybe after you've rented a room for a few... Sorry.
I did rent it for a few
Enjoy
nights.
your visit to Neon.
But didn't I just do that?
Your safety is almost guaranteed.
Mission board. Kill... Destroy the Crimson Fleet at Phantom at Piazza. Piazza system, Cheyenne.
So go out.
Yeah, I'll probably have to probably just takes time.
We'll be here when you're ready.
Our certified technicians will quickly and painlessly alter your physical makeup.
Oh. Enhance.
I don't know if I could ever live in a place like
Are these
this.
surgical, like,
Neon,
enhancements?
Great to visit.
Hello.
It's a perfect day for a different you.
I'd have the credits to be here. I don't want to screw it up.
What is that? Active reminder run daily diagnostics.
Oh, I think we do. We just
Hello.
Welcome to Enhance. If you're tired of seeing that same old face in the mirror every morning and you're looking for something different, we can help. Our state-of-the-art machinery uses a patented proprietary technology that can reshape your facial features or give you a new head of hair. For a small, one-time fee, you can enhance yourself and bring
Hair?
a big, warm smile to your brand new face.
Hey, whatever you choose is going to be fine. And we're
I
all
would
going
like
to
to
love
use your
it
enhance
because you're
machine,
still
please.
you.
I can't wait to see the difference.
I'll let you use the hair customizer again. I should probably overcompensate and go big hair. I look just like my mom. Mohawk. It's like some 80s big hair. It's basically just a way to spend your money to change your character's expression. I mean, your hair and face and stuff. Character editor. I think I'll do that. Like, I have more hair now. It's perfect. You can even change your name here.
You all are the best.
I have so much more hair. I ended up working at Enhance.
I actually owe this job completely to my girlfriend, Valentina Gurov. I don't know if you've met her. She works over at Xenofresh. When I arrived here 2 years ago, I met her at the Astro Lounge. We talked, I told her I needed a job, and she got me this gig. Cool, huh? It's a little scary, though. The person I replaced totally vanished. Like, poof. Valentina said they probably had an accident or something. She's helped me out with this job so much. She even brings me business from time to time.
What?
People she sends my way. It's the best.
That's...
If you're looking for a new you, I'm always ready to help.
Take it easy.
So the previous person just completely vanished, huh? You don't seem any concerned about that at all. Right. Very strange. Canuck. Neon Security.
Clover over at Kelp Corp. She's too good for Neon. Sounds like she's trying to help someone or something. Honestly, I kind of tuned her out.
I often just talk to random people that are walking past me on the street to give them quest objectives.
Benjamin Bayou is so not compensating for anything. Egomaniac.
Ooh, this lounge.
Don't you have something better to do?
Maybe.
Astral Lounge. I mean, confession time, I used to blow off some steam there.
You're having a great day.
Bad idea.
Choose floor. Oh god, there's so many things. Stroud Oakland Corporate HQ.
I don't know what's wrong with me, but Neon might be my favorite place to visit.
Mr. Stroud, we didn't know you were coming in.
It's all right. I just need to have a short chat with my counterpart. Is she in today?
Yes, allow me to bust you in, sir.
Oh, this is his business.
You know, Mr. Stroud, you are so lucky.
Yes, I do. I know him. He's my friend.
Walter.
Issa.
Shall we continue from last time? The luxury cruise line market is completely outside of our core competencies. Investing into it is a mistake.
No, I'm here about... Wait a minute, a mistake. Our ship designers are the best in the settled systems.
They design personal craft and military ships, Walter. Large-scale accommodations and hospitality is a completely different beast. Oh, I'm so sorry. Here I am arguing with my partner. And you're just standing right here. Issa Eklund, the hyphenated Eklund in our glorious company's branding.
Thank you, Bridge Boy, for that 81-month resub. Appreciate that. You're Walter's wife?
Co-CEO, heir to the Eklund fortune, and somewhere down there I'm his wife, yes.
Didn't know our marriage was such a low priority.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it jumps up the list at the right moments.
Charmed, Miss Eklund. I envy you and your partner's success.
Oh, aren't you lovely? Walter, wherever did you meet your new friend? I'm jealous.
A colleague from Constellation.
Ah, yes, the daring explorers my partner is so infatuated with. You should hear
That's
him
me.
reciting that speech.
There's no need to go into that.
Oh, my heart skips a beat when he does it. Really, it does. Such passion. If he talked to the board that way, I wouldn't need to placate them so much.
What's this about a speech?
Who was it again, Walter? The founder of Constellation?
Sebastian Banks, his final address before he disappeared.
Walter, were you a fan?
I merely found a group of like-minded individuals. Just like all of us.
So the big guy's secretly geeking out about Constellation. Walter, I had no idea.
Can we move on?
No. I am 100% behind embarrassing Walter more.
I know. It's my favorite hobby. Now, why are you here, my dear? The board meeting isn't for a while, and our vacations aren't coming up either.
It's the discretionary fund, Issa. I need all of it.
Ugh. This wouldn't have anything to do with that meeting you've set up at the Astro Lounge, would it?
I never said that. Did you have an agent hack into my files again?
Only after you had one hack into mine. Tell me, can mutual distrust lead to a point where it's actually the same as mutual trust?
Is this how you two work? Constantly snipping at each other?
Oh, just some light sparring, dear. Walter's actually very attentive when it's just the two of us.
When you mix business and family, you learn to compartmentalize.
So our meeting is at the Astral Lounge?
A remarkably insecure location for a clandestine meeting.
That was the point. Neutral territory in the open.
With no leverage. Oh, you must let me help. It's been too long.
I have this all taken care of.
Some investigation into the cellar. What's motivating them? Then, some preliminary casing of the Astral Lounge for security flaws. Give you the advantage if things go wrong.
Bribe a few bouncers, alter the codes on the doors.
Yes, exactly.
Investigate the cellar, case the Astral Lounge. Got it.
I hate being selfish, but I would like some time with my husband. We need to go through the fund authorizations anyway.
James Newell is the broker who knows our cellar. He'll be able to help you find out more about them. And it shouldn't be hard to find the Astral Lounge. Here, let me at least give you some operation funds since I won't be joining you. Meet me back here. Yeah, I'm going to be present for the negotiation. I'm not leaving you to the Neon Sharks, I promise.
$1,000? Thank you.
Cause any trouble, and I'll drag you straight to lockup.
Not sure if those Varun zealots live in space or got separated from their home planet or what, but they scavenge what they need.
I missed you.
Lots of old facilities left over from the colony war.
Hello.
I don't have time for this. Talk to my secretary if you need something.
What secretary? It's all that beautiful money sitting there, though.
I haven't even stopped to ask you.
I kinda...
Wait, you know that's not ours.
Yeah, that was the point. It's mine now. She left her safe unlocked.
Are you
They're my credits now.
supposed to be here?
Did you know that's not yours?
I'm working here.
Oh, whoops. Let me put that back. I thought it was mine.
Less complicated.
Now, I know Constellation seems to take up so much of my time.
Back to the lobby. But now I'm 600 credits richer. Paid for that hair transplant I
Ever
got.
wonder how the Crimson Fleet seems to be everywhere? It's because they have little outposts everywhere.
Ooh, the Astral Lounge. Oh, yeah. What the hell is that? Oh, my God. In the future, fetishes go to a whole new level. All right, let's go scout out this guy over here.
Yeah, you're new here, aren't you?
Yeah.
Name's Boone Morgan, your new best friend on Neon. If you're here for a drink or listen to the music, I've got you covered. But if you're here for something a little more exciting, we have plenty of Aurora for sale.
Oh, no. Wait, so is Aurora illegal or not?
Not at the Astral Lounge, my friend. In fact, this is the only place authorized to sell Aurora by order of Administrator Bayou himself. And once you buy it, you can use it anywhere in the Neon that you'd like. Well, except the spaceport, of course.
I'm definitely here to try the Aurora.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's set you up. Here, take a look at the menu. Now, I'm not going to lie. The Aurora is a bit expensive, but let's face it. Can you really put a price on pleasure?
Yes. It's $4.99 a month, or free with Prime Gaming. I have a meeting here later. Worried about security.
The Astral Lounge is one of the safest places in all of Neon. Security is handpicked from the finest officers in the city.
Where exactly would a secure meeting take place?
Private meetings are usually held in the floor above. Just use the elevators.
Say I need to control the outdoors, prevent someone from walking out.
I'm afraid that would be a serious fire hazard. And I think it's only fair to warn you that the network security on our doors is state-of-the-art.
Say I needed security to be on my side if a fight broke out.
Then I would say you'd be interested in the Astral Lounge VIP package. For a reasonable fee, our security can be your security.
4,000 credits! That fee seems a little high.
We do strive for setting the most reasonable rate.
I need only 4, huh? Surely a business like Stroud Ickland already has VIP status.
Not currently, I'm afraid. Unless you'd like to purchase it on their behalf.
You lower the fee, I'll be sure to stop at the Astral Lounge every chance I get.
A loss leader. I make you pay less now in the hopes you'll pay more over time.
Yeah.
Well, I think we can certainly offer a discounted rate for you, if you were still interested.
Wow, a 75% discount. I would love to be a VIP.
Excellent. Let me just apply that discount we discussed, and done. We do hope your meeting goes to your satisfaction.
Perfect. I'd like some details on purchasing a penthouse.
Excellent choice. The Sky Suite offers luxury and sophistication you won't find anywhere else in the settled systems. And since you'll be living in the same tower as the Astral Lounge, all of its pleasures and pageantry are only an elevator away.
How? That's unfurnished. I'm not interested right now.
How unfortunate. But I will be here should you change your mind.
Dear God, that is expensive. I feel so poor right now. Anything on the menu that you recommend?
That depends on if you're hungry or thirsty.
I'm a little thirsty.
All right, well, I've got a couple of specialties of the house you might be interested in. First, there's our best seller, Sangria Astral, which is a curiously refreshing, fruit-infused red wine served in a commemorative bottle. But if your palate is a bit more refined, we have our Bayou Private Reserve, a painstakingly distilled cognac stored in the purest Arcturan crystal. That enough? Or are you hungry as well?
I'm hungry.
Ah, a bit of a foodie, are we? I can't say I blame you. We're just as renowned for our cuisine here as we are for our drinks. First, let me tempt you with our melon caviar. Delicate, salty spheres of melon, hydroponically grown in our private aqua garden. And to finish, our lounge special strip. A grilled soy-based steak served with a steaming side of chipped potatoes. It's delicious. Anything there sound appetizing? Or are you looking for something else?
Did you say soy-based steak? Not for me. That's all for now.
Of course, of course.
You created all the music for this place.
Pretty amazing, isn't it? That's Borealis, only 19 years old, and yet she produces some of the most heart-pounding, trippiest electronic music you've ever heard. I don't know where she gets her inspiration, but I'm betting all that free Aurora she gets has something to do with it.
Oh, no. She gets high as hell to make music. What can you tell me about Administrator Bayou?
Oh, Ben and I are good friends. He personally gave me the job here at the Astral Lounge. Oh, he's a good man. Cares a lot about the citizens of Neon, making sure they're all employed and well taken care of. A real humanitarian.
Can I take a look at the menu, please?
Of course. Take your time.
Let's see. There's Aurora. It's $744, and it slows time by 40%. Astral sliders. Oh my god, those look amazing. Damn. Astral Lounge Special Sangria. They did a great job modeling these things. My god. Oh, there's that soy steak. Actually looks pretty good. That's one plump plum. Damn. Goodbye.
Enjoy the lounge.
Hey there.
Hey there. You guys have proper names?
Yes. What?
Outpost Management Specialist.
Do you have room for one more on your crew?
I'm interested. How much will it cost me?
I'm not asking for much, just a reasonable share.
I don't think I should pay you that much.
Why is that?
Who knows how long it'll be before you get another offer?
In my experience, the right offer is always worth waiting for.
Look, I get it. You've got your orders, I've got mine.
Sorry, but I can't.
Auto persuade.
This is what you call negotiating? You drive a hard bargain, but I'm on board.
Okay, I'm not paying that much.
Then you're not hiring me. It's simple math.
Well, I got the discount, but that's too expensive.
Hell yeah!
I don't have any use for you yet either. Let's go see what the security is like up here. Oh, it actually will be in that room over there. There's a bunch of upper rooms here. It's pretty cool, these like VIP rooms. Staff only.
I'm a little stoned right now, so let's take it slow, okay? Yeah, sorry, I don't do autographs.
I was gonna offer you mine.
Now that would be something new for a change. You can't even imagine how many people ask for an autograph or picture after we've been modding all night. It gets really annoying.
What's modding?
Programming the beats, turning the dials. Come on, stay with me here.
I need to get so upset.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry. I'm just pretty bummed out right now. My music slate's gone. Completely vanished. I had all of my new songs figured out on that thing, and someone ripped me off. Total drag.
Does using Aurora help you write your music?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It allows me to step away from myself for a while and harmonize with the universe. There's music out there, you know, if you listen. The trick is not getting hooked on that feeling. I got close to that state a few times, but reality and responsibility has always managed to pull me back.
I do love your arm tentacle things. Very nice touch. How'd you get started in the music business?
I started playing music when I was 10. My father had an old electronic keyboard he passed down to me, and I fell in love with the thing. By the time I was 15, I got my first track and started club hopping. I was pretty young, but with my father as manager, he watched my back. 4 years later, and here I am, booked into the hottest club in the settled systems. Pretty crazy.
You got time for a quick chat? I'd appreciate it when you're able.
Not right now, Sam.
Feeling the music?
I could help you find your slate.
Oh man. Wow, that would be so cool. Yeah, please. I thought I sensed a decent aura around you when you walked up.
What's wrong with her? She is high as hell for years on Aurora, which is an extreme hallucinogen drug, so she's tripping balls right now. What exactly do you have on your musical slate?
Songs, lyrics, poems, all of my thoughts, basically. We're talking 3 years of stuff. It's not like I can just rewrite everything. Some of those moments of inspiration are long gone, out of my mind. That's why I write them down.
If it keeps the music flowing, then it'll be worth the effort.
Exactly. So, anything you can do to help is appreciated. Oh, and if you're looking for a lead, talk to Micah. She works the bar at Euphorica, and she's a walking grapevine. Anyway, I got to figure out how I'm going to mod my next set. I'll see you around, okay?
Chat, what is a walking grapevine exactly? I don't know what that means. Do you have any idea who might have taken your slate?
Well, most of the people who come through here are fans, and they're either zoned or just digging the rhythms. That leaves collectors, competitors, or just a thief trying to make
gossiper.
a clip. It could be anyone, really. People try to put a price on everything. Doesn't matter if it's music or the stars. If that price is big enough, you start attracting people with bad vibes and long knives. Only a matter of time before you get cut.
Alright, I'll take
Hope
a
you
look for
enjoy
you.
the show.
It seems like the tentacle outfit's the company outfit for working here for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know what that's all about, but it is funny. That's why it worth quite a bit. Let's go, Sam. So the other side is where the meeting will take place. Let's go there.
Welcome.
Well, everyone here also is just really high on drugs, so that's oh my god.
I just need a minute. I think that last drink was stronger than I thought.
That's what you said 2 drinks ago. Maybe you should slow down.
Yeah, probably time to officially switch to water.
Gotta stay hydrated, right?
Raise your hand in chat
Plus, I have to meet up with my parents
if you've
tomorrow.
ever drinking or eaten too much of something and you're like, I'll never do it again.
What's up?
And then next weekend, you do it again. Like you eat too much food at a buffet, or you drink way too much liquor.
Tevin Anastas has run into some trouble. Word to the wise, you don't want a piece of that.
Tevin Anastas. Okay, let's see what that is. Take a look, see here. Resume last user session. Let's see what's in here. No digipics. No. Did I leave it on my ship? Damn it! I'll be back. I gotta go to my ship real fast. I need to go to my ship and then grab
Nice to be back.
Oh my god, I love this. The look of this place.
I've got some stuff on my mind when you have the time.
Alright, let's see. Alright, let's see. We need miscellaneous digipicks. Oops. Let's put everything in there. Okay, now that I have my digipicks. Now let's go back to Neon.
Want to challenge your instincts and hone those morbid skills? Ryujin is hiring the best and brightest of today. Ready to make your
I'm not gonna say this twice.
Are you still flying the thick crab ship? Yes. Our big flat ship. I think our next ship will be really long. Like a long hallway kind of ship. We'll see how that feels. A long boy ship, yes.
Hi, having fun?
I keep accidentally selling all my digipicks. Let's go this way.
You're in the Vanguard,
Yeah, this
right?
game does have
Hey,
console commands, but this is the first time I've played a Bethesda game where I didn't have to constantly use the console to fix stuff. Like, this game is very stable and very light on bugs. Well, any bug we've seen so far has been mostly a visual bug, or like an NPC getting stuck on something. The only time I've had to fix it was the one time that one of our companions, their legs were like stuck up in the air, and to reset them. That was right at the very beginning. Now, does that fit there? And then that fits there. Aha! Remote door control. Adding new user remote door override. Approved hand signal will allow use to lock the door VIP number of 1 times. Room has been booked by Redacted. Please see Boone Morgan for scheduling conflicts. So lockpicking and hacking are, I believe, just one thing now. There isn't multiple, like there isn't a hacking and a lockpicking. It's just all one skill. At least that I've seen. Attempt to hack expert locks. Right, ring now turns blue when it can be picked to be slotted. Hello.
Yes? Well, by all means, feel free to disturb me. I can't wait to hear what you have to say.
I'm the player. That's kind of what I do, is I walk up to random people and talk to you, then you give me a quest, or you trust me with a very important mission since you just met me and I have a nice face. That's how this works. Did you not get the memo? So you're in charge of Neon?
Not that it's any of your business, but yes. I'm the administrator of Neon. Actually, there are a lot of perks that come with the job. But do you want to know my favorite? One snap of my finger and people who ask too many questions get thrown off of the upper platform. I love that one.
Okay, I kind of like you now. Since you're a bayou, does that mean you own the entire city?
I wouldn't normally bother with idle chatter, but that's such a ridiculous question. I'm going to gift you with a response. I don't own Neon. Neon is the property of Xenofresh Fisheries, of which I just happen to be the CEO and the major majority stakeholder. Now, if you'd care to take a moment to dissect that statement in your tiny little mind, I'm confident you'll discover the answer to your question.
Well,
yes, yes.
Well, bye. He's kind of just chilling there without any guards protecting him, which is weird. I think that he would be paranoid and have guards on him all the time. That's locked. We won't go in there. Also locked. Nothing over there, I mean.
Nothing like some
Alright, let's check out over here. Well, in most Bethesda games, certain NPCs are usually protected where you can't kill them or harm them. You can like knock them down, then they get on the ground, do the oh I'm hurt thing, but you can't actually like kill them. Usually ones that are essential to quests and stuff. Hi.
What do you want?
You sound like you're very high in Aurora.
There are unconfirmed reports of farmers being targeted by an unknown group or gang whose motives are unclear.
Really?
Although we have not been able to track down specifics, it's clear that someone is preying on them. The priest and
Gal Bank. ATM. You can steal from the ATMs in this? Oh, hello. Oh, no. Let's not do that. Miscellaneous digipick. Okay, 3 of them. Perfect.
I don't think I've done anything right. Maybe where your credits work for you. Alright, but if you change your mind, let me know. Each of our baristas undergoes enhanced training.
Well, let me save the game and see what happens if you steal from one of these. Do people notice right away? As I've been doing this minigame, I really enjoy this one. I think it's far more interesting than the one in Fallout and stuff. $700. Oh, I got caught tampering the lock. I have a bounty now.
I could
It's only 700 anyways. It's not that worth it. So now we know. Okay. And as you get higher level locks, the puzzles get harder too.
What's even the point of doing it that way if they're just going to change it?
Have you tried one of our advanced teller machines? Now that's really nice.
Oh my god, we have coffee!
Hi there. Welcome to Terra Brew.
Hello.
How may I help you? Hello, and welcome to Terra Brew. How may I serve you?
What do you want for your coffee? Shout out your order. What's your favorite thing on the menu?
Corporate policy requires me to state that everything Terra Brew offers is my favorite.
It sounds like Terra Brew coffee.
Certainly. Please take your time.
Terra Brew coffee restores 3 health, gives oxygen recovery.
What is the name of that guy?
Terra Brew.
Enjoy one of our distinct coffee flavors, all brewed using the secret techniques of ancient.
Oh, Ebb's side. That's the poor side of town they said to avoid. the Emporium.
Don't just fly through space.
There's definitely something magical.
Sharp's Outfitters. Let's see what we can find cosmetic-wise over
Can we
here.
talk?
For work tonight?
Nah, I'm feeling a little.
I must confess, the hum of a grav drive makes me feel
Eating up the
alive.
rooftops and
Sorry, I plain forgot what I wanted to talk with you about.
You know,
Girl,
sounds like a good idea.
if Cora leaves her tools out one more time, I mean, I love her more than life itself, but I can only say the same damn thing so many times.
Kids know how to push all the right buttons.
That's Cora to a T. I mean, this is between me and you, but Cora wasn't exactly planned. I don't know if I mentioned, but I served a spell in the Freestar Rangers. Had a partner, Lillian Hartz. Well, we were like fire and ice, but, well, it wasn't all bad.
You had a partner before. I'm jealous.
If anything, I think she should be jealous of you. Maybe some other time I'll get into the whole Lillian chapter.
How'd you to being a ranger of all things?
Well, it wasn't by choice. It was a lousy fit. Maybe someday I'll get into it. I'm just happy I found Constellation. Best damn organization in the settled systems, you ask me.
Yes, this is if you want like a rugged cowboy companion who could eventually be your love partner. Sam is a good companion for that. He's like the reluctant hero. He does have a kid though, so keep that in mind. He's not like completely single and ready to mingle. He has a little bit of baggage. But doesn't everybody? Whether you wanted to be a dad or not, you seem to have taken care of it.
It wasn't always like it is now. Hell, when Cora was born, I was completely out of my depth. For the first few months, I kept thinking, what a colossal mistake I made. Me, a father. But one late night, early morning, whatever, little Cora gave me my first smile. And I knew I'd do anything for that girl.
Aww. Look at that smile, damn. Where was Lillian during this?
Well, Mrs. Lillian Coe was right there with me. And as bad as I had it with nursing at all hours, I know I had it comparatively easy. But that don't mean those first few months were good by any stretch of the imagination.
Cora's lucky to have you.
Yeah, sure don't feel like it. And it's something you said to me about parents wanting children to learn from their mistakes. Now that Cora's getting older, that's what haunts me. I've done things I'm not proud of. Said things even worse. I try to be better for Cora, but is she gonna fall into the same traps?
Do you want to do some more stuff you're not proud of? Is your past really that bad?
Well, it's bad enough. Let me put it that way.
You worry too much. Enjoy it. She'll be grown up before you know it.
And that's the truth there. I know it seems crazy, towing her across the stars, but I'm not exactly swimming with options here. Her mother, like I said, another story, another time. And what, have her raised by Jacob, my dad? I'd sooner ship her off to Vladimir.
Really, is anyone else that could take her?
No, not really. Lillian and me don't have any siblings. We'd have to start looking into really extended family for other relations. I wouldn't want to anyway. Looking after Cora, that's not something I want to pawn off on someone.
I think Cora is thriving growing up with Constellation.
You think? Well, she does say the damnedest things. And if she just learned to pick up after herself, she just might live until she's 13.
If I pre-order now, can I play early access or do I wait till September 5th? If you pre-order the regular edition or you play on the Game Pass version, you have to wait until the 6th. But if you buy the bigger, more expensive version that comes with the first expansion pack, then you can play right away. That's like the new thing publishers are doing now, is letting you like pre-order bigger editions to play early.
I have plenty of supplies for your next expedition in stock.
Hello.
Welcome to Sickhart's Outfitters. Everything you need to explore the settled systems. If I don't have it, you don't need it.
I highly doubt that. That's quite a bold claim.
I can promise you, I'm not just using hyperbole to get your business. I've spent years perfecting my business by polling customers, measuring sales, and carefully adjusting my inventory to cater to just about everyone. So take your time, look around, ask me questions. You won't be disappointed.
You're starting to sound like a used spaceship salesman.
Haven't heard that one before, but I suppose I can't blame you for saying so. I have a lot of overhead in this place, and just between you and me, I am up to my eyeballs in debt. This is a prime spot, right next to the spaceport terminal, but the bills and the rent here are astronomical.
Yeah, I guess it is kind of a way to push sales, because by being on Game Pass, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to play this without buying it because they only have a Game Pass subscription. So someone that would have bought the game is instead going to just play it as with their Game Pass subscription that they already have. So it's probably a way to like try to boost sales to get some of those sales, even though it's just going to be on Game Pass. Most people will just play on that, without having to pay anything extra. Are you usually just open to your customers?
Oh, yes, absolutely. It can be off-putting, I know. I picked up the habit from my mother. She was an extraordinary woman, made friends instantly wherever she traveled. Wise as well. If she was still alive, she would have told me to move my shop and cease paying these exorbitant fees.
You have a nice shop here. You should be making a fortune.
You'd think that, right? Unfortunately, I'm barely scraping by.
Aww.
Anyway, I don't want to bore you with the details of my business all day. You're here to shop. So why don't you help out a poor shopkeeper like myself and buy something?
How long have you been in business?
I've been at this location for the last 8 years, but I've had a business in Neon for almost 20. As soon as Ryujin broke ground on the tower, I knew the city would start swarming with people, so I went all in. I love this business. It's my life. I can't imagine doing anything else.
Bethesda did a great job making a lot of the NPCs in this game have a lot more life than their previous games. A lot of the games like Skyrim and stuff, an NPC would just have like one line and then you would sell stuff. But now there's a lot of people that have more fleshed out stories and backgrounds and stuff. I really enjoy that. Maybe your story would be more successful outside of Neon.
My dear mother would have said the same thing. The fees here are quite expensive, and I'm barely making ends meet. But I've always been quite stubborn. It has not always been easy, but I've been at this location for 8 years, and I won't give up. My business is my pride and joy. You won't find another store like mine on Neon, so please support my business with your patronage. You won't be disappointed.
Reminds me of Cyberpunk NPCs. Yeah, especially Neon. The city is very, very cyberpunk. What you got for sale?
If you don't see it, you don't need it.
Well, then you have med packs, right? Oh my god, he does. I need those. What about this what? The cutter. Apparel. Let's see. What do I want to... Ooh. No. No. Okay. That I like. That looks pretty cool. Neon nightlife jumpsuit. Okay, I like that. I'm gonna take that. Fish worker mask does nothing. Bat ball cap. Leatherware. None of these are better than what I have. Resources. Just a lot of stuff. I need to buy those. I can just go out and mine it. How about packs? Power boost pack. Ooh. Power boost pack probably is a lot better than the current one. No, don't worry about that. Thank you, sir.
A quiet evening should.
If you don't see what you... I'm sure we can make a deal.
Sell from inventory. You want some alien liqueur? I'll hold on to the ingredients for now. Vacuum tape. Oh, do you have digipicks? No. Okay. Alright, let's get out of here. What is that marker over there?
The best and brightest of today for
Mining League.
Submit your application.
Coochie's a lot of fun.
What is the Mining League?
See? I told you. Look at this place. Ridiculous, right?
Why would someone open a mining supplies business on an ocean planet?
Exactly. I can't believe this place is still open. I give it a few more months before this loser packs it in.
Ah, don't be such a jerk. We should look around and see if there's something we can buy.
Yeah, sure. You want to waste your credits? You go right ahead.
Yeah?
So, do you sell
Here to
mining
purchase
supplies?
some mining goods? Welcome, welcome, my friend. It's been a long time since I've seen a new face.
I love his eyes. What exactly do you do here? Sell here?
Isn't it obvious, my friend? I sell mining supplies of all shapes and sizes, as well as many, many hard-to-find types of ore. Everything I sell is carefully portioned, securely crated, and ready to be delivered right into the cargo hold of your ship.
Business can't be that bad.
I'm afraid it is. You see, when I opened this shop, I had grand ambitions of creating a mining supply empire on Volai. Yet here I am, only a few years later, pockets empty, and my business on the verge of closure. It is a sad day.
Aww. Without any help, what will happen to you?
I don't know, my friend. I suppose I would be at Neon's mercy. Just another failed dreamer, walking the streets and living in a sleep crate.
If only there was a player who could help you and perhaps put your mining to good work.
That would be a blessing, my friend, but I wouldn't want to impose.
Why do you think you aren't getting much business?
Listen to me, my friend. I hear what the people say on the street. They call me crazy for opening a mining business on an ocean world. I was aiming so much higher, hoping to attract these space travelers, passing through the Volai system on their prospecting journeys. It was stupid to assume I could corner the market on mining supplies and raw materials without a solid foundation. And by God, I've paid the price.
Is there anything I can do to help save your store?
You would do that for a total stranger? Bless you, my friend. Bless you. I've come up with an idea that I'm hoping will generate a lot of interest in my business, and you were the final element that was missing. If you could bring these flyers to some of the other vendors in Neon, it would explain how we can improve our businesses as a group.
Flyers? Can you tell me about this last-ditch business plan?
Many in Neon keep to their own, and I believe this is why we failed. James Newell and his Merchant Alliance friends are on the right track, but all they do is spend their time complaining, never solving. We must unify, band together, and help each other out. Then, when one of us falls, the others can reach down and help him rise from the dust. In the meantime, we will refer people to each other's shops. Perhaps even promote sales together. It would benefit us all.
What if I, you know, Dan the chef, just said that this was my favorite shop on Neon? And I recorded a message that could play when anyone walks into the shop. Sounds simple enough.
Wonderful. Simply wonderful. You have no idea the weight you have lifted from my shoulders. I appreciate your help. If there's anything I can do, anything at all, please, let me know.
See what you have for sale.
Certainly, my friend.
What do you have? A cutter. Resources. Oh, God. Lots of jumpsuits in this game.
I hope handing out those flyers isn't too much trouble.
Hey there.
Catherine Lucian keeps demanding we look into her husband's murder. Murder. Yeah,
Murder?
right. Hysterical old broad.
Another quest? A lot of quests in this city, damn. Freestar Rangers Outpost. Hello there.
Wouldn't expect too much help from local security. Best to just look out for yourself. If you're here to report a crime, take it to local security. They handle that stuff.
If local security handles the crime, why does Neon need a Freestar Ranger?
Mostly to keep an eye on the smuggling trade. Black market goods flow through Neon like a river. Can't stop it, but I can at least keep an eye out in case it's something real serious.
Keep that in mind, thanks.
Think nothing of it. Word of advice. Enjoy the city, but know your limits. Trouble's waiting around every corner, and the law won't protect you the way it does in other places.
Why won't the law protect me here?
Law and authority aren't always the same thing. In Neon, they're almost the opposite. The people with authority don't much care about the law. Make the wrong enemies here, and you're better off just leaving the planet and never looking back.
Thanks for the warning.
I hope you'll take it to heart. I've known too many who didn't. There's something else you need?
Aren't you worried the badge will make you a target?
Nah, I've got friends in high places, so to speak. I'm the son of a Ryujin Industries executive. Maybe you've heard of her? Name's Alexis Price. There's a sort of fragile peace here in Neon. It's better for everyone if the syndicates and the corporations coexist with minimum friction.
Is her husband Fisher? Fisher Price? Was it your choice to be stationed in Neon?
Believe it or not, yeah, it was. My mother's an executive with Ryujin, so I grew up here. I volunteered for this post as much to keep the other Rangers out of trouble as any other reason. If some hotshot rookie took this job and started flashing the badge everywhere, it wouldn't end well. Later.
Later. Just his room and his gym, it looks like. Oh my god, permanent reload and draw Loretto weapons faster. Permanent magazine bonus up here. Ooh. Found another one. Loretto weapon is a manufacturer. I gotta make sure the kids are satisfied. They haven't seen an explosion in a while.
You get on.
Sam didn't like that he left. He stood up and went like, who the hell is that man right there? He looked naked.
Newell's Goods has a full line of equipment and accessories.
Hello.
Welcome to Newell's. If you're looking for any specific goods, Rosa and I guarantee we'll beat Sieghart's lousy selection every time.
Who's Rosa?
Rosa Newell is my wife. We own this place together.
Sieghart's, what's that?
Sieghart's Outfitters? Oh, come on. You don't have to pretend you haven't been to his poor excuse for a store off of Bayou Plaza.
Is Cyberpunk a good game to play right now? I would wait. They're about to release a 2.0 patch, which is going to redo a lot of the game and make it 1,000 times better. It should be coming out within the next 2 weeks sometime. I don't think you have a problem with Sieghart's place.
Oh, I don't have a problem with his place. My problem is Siegert himself. That man has absolutely no respect for the business community on Neon. He skips merchant meetings and refuses to participate in any of our group buys. Worst of all, he pays off Neon security to keep his place safe.
How do you keep your place safe?
By standing up to the lowlifes who come in here expecting me to just hand over all of my money. I refuse to be run out of business or be forced to pay protection.
What kind of merchant meetings are you talking about?
A lot of the merchants in Neon belong to a small merchants alliance. It's nothing formal. It's just a bunch of us getting together to air our grievances and watch each other's backs.
Keeping his business safe sounds like a smart business to me.
Yeah, sure. If all you care about is yourself. Every payment Siegert makes validates Neon Security's corruption. He's setting a bad precedent that many merchants are forced to follow. Anyway, sorry. I know I can get a little intense about these things. If you'll forgive the outburst and have a look around, I'm sure you'll find something you might want to buy.
Chat Dan Rude at Marusu. That's rude to say to people. How dare you, Marusu? Look at what Marusu typed in chat. I have a flyer from Sabru Akadigbo if you want to look at.
Here, let me see that. Oh, not a bad idea. You might be onto something here. Thanks for bringing this to me.
I can go talk to Seaguard and see if I can talk some sense into him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'd be extremely helpful. I honestly don't know what to say.
Well, saying thank you might be nice.
Yes, of course. On behalf of Rosa and I, thank you. Just be careful when you're dealing with Siegert. He can be surprisingly unreasonable when he's cornered.
Is all of Neon Security corrupt?
I'd say the majority of the guards are rotten, and the few who aren't simply take a paycheck and look the other way. They have Neon completely under their control. The Freestar Collective's own security doesn't even maintain a presence here. If it wasn't for the Freestar Rangers outpost, there wouldn't be a shred of justice in this entire city.
Anthony, thank you for that 63-month resub. It says Dan Hype, Dan Roll. Thank you so much. What's the story with you and Rosa?
I arrived in Neon almost, 20 years ago? I had gotten a job at Xenofresh through a friend and started working on the loading docks. After a few years, they moved me up to Kazanbas processing, and that's where I met Rosa for the first time. She was my supervisor, but we hit it off right away. It wasn't long before we decided to quit Xenofresh, get married, and start our own business. We've been in love ever since.
Have you tried speaking to Seaguard yourself?
The first time I brought up the subject, we got into a huge argument. Sigurd said he had every intention of paying Neon security and that it was final. After that, I tried to speak to him a few times, but he's always been too busy to spend the time to sit down and have a decent conversation. It's obvious he has no intentions of talking to me anymore. I honestly don't know what I did to make him so angry with me.
You're setting up a meeting with Walter Shroud recently?
Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't.
Let's say you did.
Information isn't usually free.
Uh-oh. Just tell me I'll get out of your hair.
I don't have time for this.
Don't duck my questions. I know the seller came through you.
Easy, friend. Not looking for trouble. Okay. I don't know much. But I did have one of my freelancers tail the seller back to his place. Sleep Crate 1. Let me write down the unit for you.
Sleep Crate. Is that the name of a hotel? That's a terrible name. Honey, let's go stay in the Sleep Crate.
If you're looking for supplies, this, no problem. I'm sure you'll find something you like.
Let's see. They did a great job with the lip sync in this game. It's very well done. The rest of the body is a little not quite as animated, but the lips are like very, very like, tell they motion captured them. Ooh, I'll take some digipics. And then I should have everything else to sell to you. That's it. Yep. Goodbye.
Watch your back out there.
Hi, Rosa.
Welcome to Newell's. Let me know if you need help with anything.
Hope nothing's wrong. You sound awfully tired.
Oh my, do I? That's awful. I should be taking better care of my customers. You'll have to excuse me. With all the ruckus my husband's been making at the Merchant Alliance meetings, it's difficult to get any rest. Poor old man has himself mixed up in a foolish crusade against Dietrich Sieghart, who he's angry at for paying off Neon security.
You don't think Sigurd's doing anything wrong?
I don't believe he is, no. I think my husband has Dietrich all wrong. He's probably doing what he has to do to survive. Just, please don't tell James I said that. I don't want him to think his own wife is doubting him.
Why are you convinced your husband's wrong?
It's just a feeling that I have about Dietrich. I'm sure he's paying off Neon security because he has no choice. He can't afford to fight back like my husband expects.
I already told James I got to the bottom of everything.
Well, thank you. I can't remember the last time a total stranger walked into our store and offered to help. It would be so lovely to see my James happy again. He used to smile at me all the time, you know. Now all I see is worry on his face. I suppose you can speak with him about it if you like. But perhaps you'd like to browse our store a bit before you do?
What's your opinion about Sigurd?
Dietrich is actually quite a lovely man, though lately he's been under a lot of pressure, which has made him rather bitter. When we first opened our business here in Akuchi Market, he was actually very helpful. Offered us advice. Didn't treat us like competition at all. I'm sorry, I just don't believe Dietrich is doing anything wrong paying off Neon security. We all do what we have to do to survive in this wretched city. Unfortunately, my husband is convinced that fighting City Hall is the way to solve all of Neon's problems. I think he's wrong.
Okay, well, I'll go talk to him.
Now, James, I don't want you to get upset, but Administrator Bayou came by while you were out.
Oh, yeah? His Majesty decided to come down from his throne and walk amongst us peasants? What did he want?
He said he wanted to personally thank us for our contributions to the city and hopes for our continued support. I'm sorry.
Our contributions? Those taxes we pay are a sham. So he can line his ivory trade tower with
It
another
sounds
layer
like
of
it.
gold. Makes me sick. We're fully stocked and ready to sell.
Goods has a full line of equipment
Hi.
and accessories for all your hectic needs. Packaged food? Check. Neurolamps?
Legrand's Liquors. Probably go give him a flyer as well.
You good? Paradiso.
Hello.
Yeah? You need something? If you're here for blend, I just had a new batch come in last night.
I think he finally ran out of credits.
Mysterious name for a beverage.
No mystery, the name says it all. Look, I don't have time for chit-chat. I've got a lot of business to take care of, so if you don't mind hurrying this along, that'd be great.
Oh, this reminds me of
As soon as word gets out, blend
Stalker's
is back in
coming
stock. It's going to be a stampede.
Hello, Stalker. Saburo Okabigbo has a business opportunity that could benefit both of your businesses. Here's a flyer explaining everything.
Whatever, just hand it over. I'll look at it on my own time.
Why is Blend so popular?
Probably because you can't buy it anywhere else except at my shop. And I mean anywhere. As in the entire settled systems. It's got a special blend of secret ingredients that you can only find in Neon.
Does the game run at 30 or 60? On console, it runs at 30, but I'm playing at 120 frames a second. If it's that addictive and we're in Neon, Aurora must be involved.
All right, genius. You guessed the main ingredient, but you don't need to be yapping about it in public, you know? For your information, the distribution of Aurora anywhere except the Astro Lounge is illegal. Off the books, that shit flows like water around the city.
I find that fascinating that an entire drug is based on a fish. And this place was going to be a fishing platform, but someone licked the fish and realized, oh my god, this makes me trip balls, and they built a giant city here because they're surrounded by drugs, which in the form of fish. How's business?
What are you, the nosy type? Why do you care? But if you must know, business is good. It's always good. Blend is a local phenomenon. It gets people in the door. So are you going to buy any, or are you just going to talk my ear off?
Like dolphins getting high with puffer fish. What? Is that a thing? I have not heard of that. Have you ever thought of selling Blend outside of Neon?
No, are you crazy? I've got a captive audience here. Business is booming. Blend is part of the Neon charm. It's iconic. Not to mention that Blend's mix of special ingredients can only be found here.
I'd like to buy some liquor, please.
Well, what a coincidence. I have some for sale.
Blend. A carbonated alcoholic beverage blend with caffeine and potent special ingredient. Huh. Well, goodbye.
Got plenty of ice-cold drinks in stock. All day, all night.
Research lab. Pharmacology.
Here for some
requires
blend.
chemistry
Can't
skill.
blame you. Best drink in the settled systems.
No, not today.
I
Just
need
picking up
outpost
some
engineering to build a bunch of this stuff.
Oh. Well, suit yourself. Your loss.
Equipment. Weaponry.
Take it easy.
I need weapon engineering to build a lot of that stuff. Oh, that's fascinating, Lurker. Chat teaching me all kinds of science facts every day. I think I give 3 more merchants.
Special rule needs to be made.
That's a set of apartments there.
Just do it somewhere else.
Madame Sauvage always gives me helpful advice. Her drinks aren't too bad either.
Hello.
Hey, if you hear about any entry-level job openings, let me know. I've been trying to find an office job, but all of them require like 5 years of experience.
I hate that. I hate that an entry-level position requires experience, but they won't. How do you get experience if they won't let you into the entry job? It's like, what skills do you have?
Well, I went to school for business, but it's not like I remember any of it. In my last interview, the recruiter asked me what I thought about Keynesian economics. I asked her, which planet is Keynesian on again? And she just looked at me and cringed. I don't blame her.
Where have you applied so far?
Keltcorp and Stroud, but I haven't heard back, and that's threatening to cut off the cred spigot.
Oh no. Ryujin's hiring, if you heard the announcement.
That's exactly why I haven't applied there. Way too much competition.
Is there a job you prefer?
To be honest, I don't really know what I want. I just know that if I don't find something soon, my parents won't just disown me. They'll have me stripped for parts.
Is that legal?
Let me know if you hear of any openings.
Okay. Can you send them back and get, like, a refund?
Sales report.
Understood.
Oh my god, I love him.
Revenue has decreased.
Look how awesome he looks.
7%.
Yeah, so business sucks. Tell me something I don't know, Styx.
Affirmative.
Let's see. Crew. Vasco. Oh, I have to sign in properly from over there. Hello.
Yeah? What do you want? If you're here to buy, take a look around the shop. Just keep your hands where I can see them.
Yes, sir. But how do I press the dialogue options? What are you afraid I'm gonna do?
Oh, I don't know. Stuff things in your pocket and run. Rob me at gunpoint. Shoot me in the head. I've survived on Neon far too long to take any chances.
I don't want any trouble.
Good. Then just buy what you want and get out of here. If you don't like it, talk to Styx. He runs our, complaints department.
How does that patch stay there? I'm curious. Who Styx?
See that giant Model A right over there? Yeah, that Styx. And if I were you, I wouldn't get on his bad side. He has a very short temper.
You want any complaints for me? I'm here to spend some credits.
That's more like it. You know, I'm sick and tired of people coming in here and treating Styx like he's some kind of sideshow exhibit. I mean, look at that graffiti they sprayed onto his chassis. If I could find the asshole who did that, I'd make him pay for the paint removal.
Saburo has a cross-promotion opportunity for you if you're interested.
I don't need any handouts. I'll pass. Don't need it. Don't want it. Take it somewhere else.
Damn it.
I hate when people laugh at their own jokes. Like
I could track down the person who defaced Styx if you like.
You'd do that? Huh. Okay. Maybe I misjudged you.
Yes, you did.
It's got to end.
Why would someone spray your robot with graffiti?
Look, it doesn't take a genius to figure out that I'm not the most popular guy on the block. And that suits me fine. But this person took it too far, made it personal. I'm not about to let some delinquent hassle the only friend that I have.
I can't allow assault like that to go unpunished.
Huh. I'm glad you see Styx as more than just a possession. The lowlife that did this to my buddy calls himself a warlord. You can probably find him somewhere near Euphorica. Scare the crap out of this punk. And it'll teach all the Ebside lunatics that nobody messes with me and the sticks.
Tifa's getting her catnip, everybody, so she might take a little nap. Why is Warlord targeting you?
Warlord's one of the disciples, one of Neon's street gangs that claims it owns Ebside. A few years back, the gang tried to break in here and rob my place, but Styx put one of them down and sent another to Reliant on a stretcher. He and his buddies have been harassing me ever since. Mostly by scaring away my customers and stealing my deliveries. Warlord still swears he'll get even with me. And he came pretty damn close when he somehow managed to disable Styx and sprayed him with paint. It feels like it's only a matter of time before he gets past Styx and I'm done for. Can we do this, or what?
Yeah, I like catnip spray because the regular catnip, like, you have to vacuum it up afterwards. It gets everywhere.
I'm thinking I should just do that. You might want to rethink that.
I know it's none of my business, but what happened to your eye?
It's no big secret. I lost it fighting on the Freestar side during the Colony War. I was a ground pounder. Slogged it out in the trenches with the troops. And did pretty well, too. Until an EM weapon took out our transport. They pulled me out of the wreckage, but the damage was done. Honestly, I consider myself lucky. Most of the other soldiers died in the crash.
That's what you have for sale.
If you've got the credits, I've got what you need.
You sell a weapon called Boom Boom. It's a rare shotgun that does 65 damage. Ooh, I like Boom Boom. Randomly switches to explosive rounds. 65 damage? That seems really good. The buzz cut. I gotta try Boom Boom. That sounds amazing. I want that. Boom. Ye old Boom Boom. Hello, Dolphin Chemist. You beautiful person. Thank you for that 41-month resub. That says... K. Konya. Thank you. Yeah, Boom Boom sounds pretty awesome. I have way too many guns. I need to... Well, I don't need the Coachman if I have the Boom Boom now. I'll sell that one too. Keep the cutter. Yeah, but thank you for that Prime Gaming sub. It's so nice of you. Thank you. I'll get rid of that one. We got Boom Boom. That's all we really need, you know? Those two take the same ammo. I'll sell that one. Lawgiver. Sell that one. Why are people giving you a hard time about Styx being around?
I know you'll be surprised, but thanks to my sparkling personality, I don't exactly have the easiest time making friends. That means I spend a lot of time talking to Styx, and Model A robots, they're not really programmed for casual conversation. The net result is I end up talking to a machine and looking like I'm out of my mind. Hell, maybe I am.
Can you play the game without doing any mining? You have to do a little bit of mining just to, like, remove some things out of something for the main quest. But outside of that, you don't really need to do it unless you plan on doing crafting. If you don't want to do any crafting, you can completely skip all the mining. How'd you and Styx end up together?
I knew a guy a few years ago who ran up a hell of a tab with me. I'm talking thousands of credits, but at least he'd make regular payments. One day the payments stopped, so I tracked him down. Found out he got mixed up with an Aurora dealer and fell from the upper platform. Since I had a legit claim, the city awarded me his property, which amounted to the contents of a storage container. Guess what I found inside? Took me a few months to scrounge up the parts, but I'd say I did a pretty decent job getting Styx up and running. Sometimes Styx.
Let me equip Boom Boom as our number 2 shotgun. Make this our number 1 pistol.
I wonder how things would have been different if
Hi,
I took a
Styx.
different-
Who spray painted your chassis?
I'm sorry. Your inquiry is invalid. Neon Tactical deals in weapons and armor for use in combat, for paint, and home decor. Please visit the appropriate vendor.
I like robots. They're big and powerful, but they're always just a little bit stupid. Just a touch. Jesse, thank you for the 106-month resub. And Captain Ruby, thank you for 75-month. And Terribly Sorry, thank you for 14 months. What's your relationship with Rennick?
Frank Rennick is the proprietor of Neon Tactical. My primary function is security and protection.
I'd like to file a complaint.
Affirmative. Your complaint is noted.
I haven't given you my complaint yet.
All complaints are set to be ignored or returned with violence. As a result, the nature of the complaint is irrelevant. Only the person filing it is recorded. End query.
The anti-Karen robot. You gotta love it.
If my ship goes long again, my girl is gonna kill me.
Trade Authority. Why, hello there. I gotta give you a flyer,
If it's too
sir.
hard to handle, we can take it off your hands.
Yeah? Buying, selling, or moving?
Well, good day to you, too.
All right, smartass, let's cut the bullshit. You either walked into the TA to buy some goods, sell some goods, or have some liberated goods taken off your hands for a reasonable price. So, instead of wasting my time making me explain how the business world works, let's get a move on.
Why are you so rude? Buying or selling stolen goods is illegal.
Hey, I never said stole. You used that word, not me. Look, let's stop playing games. We both know what I'm talking about. Now, what'll it be?
Chad, I think this guy is a little bit sus. Something about his business practices are... Here's a... Sabrio has a cross-promotion opportunity for you if you're interested.
Nah, I don't think I want to get mixed up in that.
Aw, come on. I'm interested in doing work for the Trade Authority.
Really? You? Okay, sure. First, get on out of here because this isn't a recruitment station. Seriously, check out one of the mission boards if you want to run cargo for us. Jobs are for whatever's listed. And if running cargo's not your thing, then that's too bad because that's what we've got.
Wait a minute. There are cargo missions in this game? So I could be a space trucker? I could have a big
Yoo-hoo.
ship that does nothing
Anyone in
but
there?
carry large amounts of stuff? Tell me about the mission board, where to find them?
Yeah. Various employers post jobs to the mission boards for people like you to take up. For example, the Trade Authority pays pilots to run cargo. You'll find them in bars, usually near spaceports throughout the settled systems.
Bars, huh?
Not interested.
Oh, come on. How does the TA manage to stay off the Freestar Rangers radar?
Well, first of all, the outpost in Neon is hardly anything to be worried about.
They have what, like 4 men covering the entire city? Come on! And even if one of them got, I don't know, suddenly ambitious and put the heat on us, well, there are 2 ways to solve that problem. One way is to leave an unattended cred stick on the counter. The other is to give Sayoka a call. Either way, it's business for us as usual.
You love a new spaceship? Well, thank you, Freya Bloodaxe. Let's do some business.
Always happy to take your money.
He's honest, you know? Can't complain about that. He's very honest. I could use some more med packs. And some digipicks. Thank you.
If you find anything else, make sure you bring it to me.
So the Trade Authority are basically the fences of this game. They will sell all the stuff that is, how should we say, acquired through special circumstances.
As a member of the Ryujin family, you, if we don't have it.
Oh, let's talk to this guy again. Tactically acquired, yes.
Hello, come on in. Please, have a good look around.
I have a flyer for you from Saburo, in case you're interested in cross-promotion.
Business could always be better. I'll take that.
James Newell objects to you paying Neon security protection fees.
Yes, I'm aware of James's objections. That's partly why I don't go to the meetings. But if I don't pay Dexler, I'll lose my business. And what good would joining the Alliance do then? So, really, I don't have a choice here. If they want to fight Neon security, they can. But I need to protect my livelihood.
Who is Dexler?
Owen Dexler is head of Neon security. But he is less concerned with crime than he is siphoning money from honest businesses. But it's not just him. All of Neon is corrupt. The only way to survive is to give in to their demands.
Aw, that sucks, being stuck on like a place like this. All your money's tied in this business and you can't really do anything to go anywhere else, and you get exploited by the people there. What are your thoughts on the Merchant Alliance?
It's fine in theory, but this isn't New Atlantis. It's Neon. Corruption is an institution here. What can a single alliance do to stop what's built into the foundation? I don't want to seem like a defeatist, but frankly, it feels like a waste of time.
The merchants look up to you. They need your leadership.
Really? I didn't know that, but I suppose they used to treat me with respect until I started paying the protection. But they have to understand. I could lose my business if I don't pay Dexler's fees.
I still think you should stop the payments because I have persuasion checks.
And why is that?
Oh. Oh, wow. So if you get information from certain NPCs, they give you guaranteed stuff that's guaranteed to work in persuasion checks. Ooh. Rosa said she gets why you pay Dexler, but she also said you're a good man. A good man stand up to corruption.
Rosa said that? I remember when her and James first started. They were very green. It was a different time. Okay, you've convinced me. I will stop paying Dexler his safety assurance fee. And tell the Newells I will come to the next meeting. Maybe I will even bring some beverages and snacks.
Snacks?
You can't stand up to Neon security on an empty stomach.
I do love some snacks. Snacks are great. Well, something tells me that's going to end up very bad. The Emporium.
Each of our baristas undergoes an
Hello.
Thanks. Hello, and welcome.
Oh, not you. All for one. Let's mark this quest so I can see. Actually, no quest markers for it.
Be careful.
Just have to keep trying random merchants until we get them all. What is this? Neon security. Nope. I don't know if enhance would count, but we'll see.
Yeah? What's up? Here for a new look today?
Sabrio has a business opportunity I'd like to share with you. Here's a flyer.
I'll take a look, but I won't make any promises, okay?
Thank you.
Please let me know if there's anything else I can do to enhance your day. You look great already, but so exciting, isn't it?
You know what? I decided that this fake hair isn't for me. I'm going back to what I naturally am. Some goddamn beautiful man. I'd like to ask you a few questions about enhanced services.
I'd be more than happy to answer any of your questions.
Is the change to my face hair permanent?
Unfortunately, once the process is complete, it can't be reversed. However, if you don't like your new look, you're always welcome to return to your original look by undergoing another treatment.
So it isn't permanent if you could undo it, right? Is the process safe?
Absolutely. We're proud to feature a no disfigurement guarantee. If for any reason our machine doesn't perfectly replicate the look you selected, we'll make it right. That's the enhanced promise.
Do you offer any refunds if I don't like my new look?
Ooh, sorry. No. Once the process is complete, the sale is final. But don't worry. Our system will allow you to see what you're going to look like before you commit to the change.
Would you like to go out on a date with me?
Ooh, sorry. No. But don't worry.
That's all I want to ask for now.
Great. So, would you like to undergo a treatment?
No, thank you.
You have yourself an amazing day, okay?
Well, I just got burned. Ooh, no, sorry.
Welcome off-world Earth to the Hotel Polo.
Hello.
Are you here to book a room?
I have a cross promotion opportunity courtesy of Saburo.
Oh, thanks. I'll definitely give this some thought. It couldn't hurt. Maybe after you've rented. Sorry.
Alright, she doesn't trust me yet.
We always have plenty of amazing rooms.
Alright, let's go talk to what's-his-face, tell him that we talked to all the merchants. And then we'll get some XP. Hello.
I am confident that the flyers will help my business.
I handed out all the flyers.
Ah, thank you so much, my friend. I believe that this will be a great boon for my business. Thank you for taking the time to do this for me. It is not often to see such kindness here in Neon.
$1,300? That's really nice. Thank you.
I hope you have a glorious day, my friend.
That's not bad. That's some cash money. We could buy more boom booms with that. After seeing Summit play this, I will save 70 euros. Although he not like it.
Keep it moving.
It's kind of a slow-paced game, so a lot of people are probably be turned off by the pacing at the beginning.
If you have a moment, feel like making a purchase today?
Diedrich has agreed to stop payments.
Well, I'll be. And all you had to do was talk to him?
It took some convincing, but he came around.
I don't doubt it. Like trying to wipe the slime off a chasm bass.
Oh, let it go, hun. If Sieghart says he's in, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I guess you got a point. Thanks for your help on this. The Merchants Alliance is finally united. I don't know if we'll ever get a fair shake in the city. but it's a start.
Beautiful.
Now, James.
More money in XP.
I don't want you to get upset, but Administrator Bailey.
Full line of equipment.
Superfan, speak to Mirka. Speak to Warlord or kill Warlord. Is he here?
For all your hectic needs.
Oh, he's in the other part of town. All right, let's go back to apply for a job at the kiosk. All that money can buy. Oh, we gotta go back to that part of town anyways. I think we went to everywhere, didn't we? Yeah, liquor. All right, let's go ahead and make a save.